Hey Ashford, good day. As promised, I am supposed to give you a nice overview of the process involving accessing the teacher's content. So here on the platform, you can see I am actually at the groups section, right? And I am now showing you the groups. So you will see at the top there, the groups that you would have joined. And here you in this section, you'll see feature group. You'll see your position in the group. So whether you're a leader or just a member. You will also see additional information such as the amount of individuals, the public, so the status of the group, whether it's public or private. In this case, for example, the Cantor group is a private group, so you would require a passcode or password, right? So in a nutshell, this is what you will find in the groups area of the platform, right? So how do I find a group or create group? By putting your cursor here, you will see find and create popping up. But we're interested in finding some of these UNICEF Toolkits. So you click on find and you'll be automatically ported to this area where featured group is highlighted. And featured group are those groups that we set to be automatically served up once you go to the groups area. So you can search groups by featured groups. If you scroll down, you will see a little trophy indicating the status that they are a featured group. So once you go to groups area that we were at before, you will have these groups automatically popping up first, right? So as you can see here, we have a lot of COVID support groups. One for CVQ, CCSSC, and in a nutshell, all the CXC offering, right? And you would have known the primary aspect and the various secondary offering, right? Yeah, so that's featured group. Now we have VSA, and VSA is strictly Virtual Subject Association, and it's only for teachers. We have VLG, that's for students, right? So if you click on VSA, you will be served up with all these various toolkits for each CAPE subject, and it goes into that order. The same for VLG, the Virtual Learner Group, and these are strictly for students, right? So you would go through and you can search by those. Additionally, you can search by interest. So if you choose to create a group, you will realize that, okay, I can create a health and fitness group or a money management group or a parent teachers group. So additionally, you can utilize this to set up some of your PTA and so forth. Now for subjects, this is the method that we're going to be preferably using. You can search also by schools, right? Select the region, select the country, and you will see group populating accordingly, right? And so forth, right? So we want to search by subjects, and automatically you'll see that TNT primary is highlighted. So below that subject row, you will have another row showcasing all the offerings, all the syllabuses in the Caribbean that we are catering to now, right? So you can select TNT primary, then in the next row below that, you will find the categories. So you'd find the humanities, the same if you click on the CSEC, you will find all these multiple offerings. All right, so if you click on humanities, you select that blue tab below, and you can find all the offerings for humanity. You can select geography, for example, and search through for geography designated group. But let's go to the UNICEF TNT curriculum. So here we are looking now at the primary social studies offering, right? And here's the toolkit that was created that all the Living Water teachers would have been sharing their content to over time, right? Now, if you go to the science and math, you will see that the math category is there. And similarly, we have a Commonwealth of Learning program with the Ministry of Education, TNT. And this is their group, and you will find there similarly their maths content in it. The same if we select for primary science, you will see that toolkit populating just the same. And additionally, if we then go on to modern languages, you will find your English language arts and your writing, your creative writing popping up, or writing skill, right? So you will find these toolkits popping up just the same. And it's the same procedure you follow when doing the CSEC, just the same. You select CSEC from the bar, go to the respective category, and so forth. Now, here I am in the Primary Language Arts UNICEF Virtual Learner Group. If you are visiting here for the first time, you will realize that you would have to just through a disclaimer, simple disclaimer. You read it, so you should conduct yourself in the group, and then you are ported to this area once you agree. Right, so you can post. You will get some handy features that you can utilize to make the posting a little more engaging, so to speak. You can insert links, you can access the file manager, and you can go to whichever folder you wish to explore what is available in the library thus far. Currently, there are multiple past papers, not so fit into the primary context, but you get the gist. You can browse images, so to speak, and so forth. You can also insert your images to help supplement the conversation or notes that you would have reviewed, and embed videos just the same. Now in resources, this is where you'd find the syllabuses, right? So you select your TNT Primary Language Arts syllabus and just wait a bit for it to populate. And once it's populated, you will see the different levels from Infant 1 through to Standard 5. And with this, you can simply click on each level. So if you want whichever level you wish to click on, you can simply click on it, and you will find a population of the topics. And from the topics, you will then go to the specific objectives. So let's try Infant 1. So Infant 1, you will see the respective topics in that particular curriculum, and then under each topic, you will find the full suite of specific objectives. And here, by looking to the right of each objective, you will see the amount of notes that were created, if any. And you, for example, now we are accessing one from Janicia, right? And this is for infant. If you critique this note, it's very good. But in terms of the level that they are catering to, for example, Infant 1, it's not totally fitting. So it could take some bits of editing, so to speak, or simply to use a template that is designated for the infant offering. With this note from Alia, it is a little bit more engaging. It's not too much words, but a lot more graphics. The writing, the size font is decent size, and it's readable, right? And perhaps a little more spacing with the letters and the images and so forth, but easier to solve, right? So here, we can access some more content from populated objectives accordingly, right? And just browse through and to see the quality of content they have been creating over time, right? So here we have another one from Alia, and in this is very nice. However, we can also see that sometimes the orientation of the different content on the page could be a little bit, could take a little bit of work, so to speak, right? So not bad, but critically, for you to comment on the note, we have public comment and we have educators comment. Now, you will always use the educators comment. Why? Because this will only restrict your teachers to see it. So in terms of public, the students and parents and so forth, they won't have to see how you have critiqued the note and the progress that the teacher had made over time to, whether to correct language or to correct just simple instructional design elements, right? So, always comment under the educators comment, right? So, in terms of the size of the font, again, for infant, it could be enhanced to ensure greater readability, right? And so forth. But we will take it. Don't worry, we'll take it one step at a time and have these sorted out, right? So you can still look at more notes. Let's go to a different standard, for example, standard 4. And let's choose a. So only, you can see for the standard, only writing topic has been catered to just so far, right? So there's quite a bit to be created for the others, right? Now, let's look at this objective. And here we have some notes created by Kiana, right? Let's check this now. Okay, so offhand we can see that Kiana used the right template, right, for this particular level. So what would have done over time, Ashford, is to create several templates that are fitting to the various levels, right? So you would realize that, okay, we have these nice template that bring across the information in a more lively manner and more fitting. So for this, Kiana only have a slide share that she would have created and embedded for her kids to watch, right? So let's check another note. All right, let's go to standard 2 and reading. Okay, so here we have some from Ariel. Ariel is known for doing really good notes as well, just as the other teachers. So here, let's start from the beginning. It's a very nice note. Again, good use of font. It could be a little more spacious. You have used a video as well. It's demonstrating long A words, so kids can watch the video and get engaged. Let's pause this and scroll down. She has used a variety of graphics, for example. She doesn't use a image solely. She uses a lot of GIF, so it add that level of interactivity and engagement, so that the student cannot feel bored. Here she have a wheel, she have money here, she have bean. More videos, and she has used these so nicely. So it's very easy for the students to follow. Standard 2 students to follow. Perhaps that image is missing here, but we can always fix that with an appropriate image. And continue. It's a very detailed, very engaging, fitting for the level, I should say. And this note is very good to have a really powerful and engaging classroom activity after lunch when right. And here she have included an H5P drag and drop. So this again is very engaging for the level. I'll just drag and drop, not in any particular order. Just drag and drop, and then to check my answer at the end to see how I've done. Right. So okay, let's just check it here on. All right, so let me check it now to see how much I have, even without completing fully. Whoops, I don't think I've got anything correct, but I could always retry. And of course, she incorporated a nice trophy at the end, to motivate. And of course, again, Ashford, you can critique this note just the same. So remember, click educator's comment and type your comment accordingly, and it will be posted there. So once a teacher, a parent, once a parent or a student comes, they won't be able to interact with that comment any at all. So it's kept private to the teachers under the educator's comment. You can always delete that comment, of course, and so forth, right? And so, in a nutshell, Ashford, that is how you just access the various toolkits for UNICEF and look at the notes, and you can add your bits. Right? Thank you for watching.